Guys, we hit 40,000 subscribers. I literally can't believe that that's coming out of my mouth. Yeah, I'm honestly so grateful to all of you who are subscribed. I really love making these videos, so it's so nice to see that you guys like enjoy them as well and want to like support me. So yeah, thank you so much. And in celebration for hitting 40,000 subscribers, I thought I could film a Q&A video today for you guys, because I feel like I don't really talk about myself in my videos, and I feel like you guys probably don't know anything about me, so I thought it would be nice for you guys to kind of like get to know me a bit more, yeah, and just like have me answer some of your questions. So this is going to be a bit more of a like chill, like chatty video. I've not got anything planned, and I've not actually like properly looked at the questions yet, so I'm just going to go through them and kind of like answer them as if I'm like on FaceTime with you guys. I don't know. So we're kicking off with a banger, guys. Someone asked me, what are my top 5 favorite animes of all time? My favorite anime has to be Attack on Titan, so I can say that that is top. That is my favorite, and that hasn't changed since I was literally like 14 when I first watched it. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, please watch it. I'm sure you all have, but it's literally the best anime of all time. So yeah, number 1 is definitely Attack on Titan, but the other 4, that's hard. I'd definitely say Banana Fish is on there as well. I'd have to put in Naruto. I know there's probably better like animes out there in terms of like story and stuff, but that feeling I get when I watch Naruto just like can't be replaced with anything else. And like I feel like it genuinely like saved me so much when I was younger. Like sometimes I'd have horrible days and I'd just be like, oh my god, I can't wait to go home and watch Naruto, which is kind of sad, but yeah, it literally like always cheered me up and just like, I don't know, made me feel happy when I was down as a kid. So yeah, definitely Naruto as well. Oh, Death Note, obviously. Death Note has to go in there. Death Note was actually the first anime I ever watched, and it literally got me into anime, so that has to go in the category. I feel like there's no new ones I'm putting in. You know what, guys? I don't even think Jujutsu Kaisen is in there. It's such a good anime. I just don't know why it's like probably not in my top 5, but it is really good. Did Ghibli films count, or are we just sticking with normal anime? I feel like a Ghibli film has to go in there too. If so, I'm gonna put one in. Howl's Moving Castle, best Ghibli film ever. I know probably a lot of you are gonna be like, that doesn't count, it's a movie, but still it counts for me, so it's going in there. It's hard picking 5. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are your guys' top 5? Let me know in the comments. Okay, the next question is like, how did I end up in Japan? And this actually came from a lot of you guys, like in different forms, so I'm just kind of making it one question. But something funny that I thought someone asked was, why did you go to Japan? Was it because of anime or business? So it definitely wasn't because of business, because I was literally still at uni at the time that I first came here. But anime, yeah, probably, because anime is what set off my love of like Japan and like wanting to learn Japanese. So maybe anime. I think anime like brought me here. I was at uni studying Japanese, and I came to Japan to do a study abroad year. So that's kind of like how I first came here. Yeah, and then I actually ended up transferring to that Japanese university and finishing my degree there, which is kind of crazy. Anime is what brought me here. I started learning Japanese, and then uni is what kept me here, I guess. Yeah, and I've just kind of like built my life from then and just kind of stayed here. So yeah. What do you do for a living in Japan? So obviously I do like social media, my Otaku in Tokyo account, and then I also do freelance social media management or marketing. I don't work in a company or anything like that. I just kind of do like freelance stuff. So yeah, that's what I do. What's an emotion that's a constant living in Japan? Okay, so I could go either like deep and negative with this, or I could go like positive. One positive thing is like, I feel safe. Comfortable maybe is a better word, because I'm not saying like Japan's this haven that's like completely safe or whatever. Probably comfortable. Like living here is so comfortable and convenient. One kind of negative emotion that's a constant here is like, it's a struggle. It's a struggle to live here as a foreigner, as someone who's not Japanese. No matter how much of the language you learn or like how much you know about the culture, you'll always be an outsider. And I don't know, just little things are hard. Like I guess this is the same anywhere. Like if you live somewhere that's not the place you were born, it's gonna be hard. But yeah, even just like going to the doctors and stuff sometimes is just like a struggle, because like you don't know certain words, or like, I don't know, sometimes they might treat you a bit different. So yeah, that's probably a constant, is that it's gonna be a struggle. I don't know, maybe not for everyone, but for me it is a bit. Any tips on pop-up cafes that usually require reservations for tourists? This is hard for me because I've never been a tourist in Japan, but one thing I would say probably is maybe book it when you're in Japan. But I know they do like fill up quite quickly. So I know that's hard to do like if you're only here for like a week or two. But if you can, probably book it when you get here. If it's because like you can't access the website like from outside of Japan, then yeah, definitely book it while you're here. Otherwise, I'd say like use Google Automatic Translate like on the website, because I know a lot of them are in Japanese if they don't have an English website. Another thing, someone's actually said to me before that you need an address and a Japanese phone number to book, which I didn't actually know. So if you have like any friends living in Japan, maybe ask them to borrow their like phone number. And if you're gonna get like an Airbnb, maybe use that address. Yeah, they're probably like the only tips. Like I said, I don't really know because I've not been a tourist here. And also, if they do have an English website, I'd check both, because sometimes the English websites are more expensive for the tickets. Going in late June to Tokyo, and my two boys would love to do a JJK pilgrimage. Any suggestions? So yeah, I definitely say go and do the pilgrimage if you can. Like, it's so much fun as a JJK fan visiting the actual locations, and especially with Jujutsu Kaisen, like the locations look just like the anime because it's quite like recent. And I would recommend going to all the Shibuya locations because I feel like they're quite easy to get to. Like most of them are like in the station or like just outside of the station, like they're not too far. Also, there's some in Harajuku as well, which is also near Shibuya, so that's easy to get to. And I'd also recommend going to the Edo Tokyo Architectural Museum, which I went to in this video, so you can check that out here, because there's a house in there that the Zenin clan house was based off of, and it was so cool going around like the house and looking at everything, because it was literally like the exact same as the anime. And if you don't actually like anime yourself, or you're with someone who doesn't like anime, it's also a really good place to go to because it's just fun to visit as a museum. And there's loads of other buildings like inside the museum that you can like go inside of and see what they're like. Definitely recommend visiting there, and Shibuya and Harajuku. And I hope you enjoy the pilgrimage. Another question that quite a few people asked me is where I'm from originally, and this actually made me laugh a bit because I feel like it's quite obvious because of my accent, but I'm from the UK, England specifically, not from London, so that's probably why I don't have like a posh accent. Any tips for traveling to Japan without learning Japanese? I feel like it's probably the same like anywhere you're going to travel when you can't understand like that language. You're just going to have to kind of get by with like translation apps, or like slowly speaking English and like pointing at things. A lot of like people in like the tourist areas nowadays speak English, so I think you'll be fine. Again, I've not really experienced what it's like coming to Tokyo as someone who doesn't speak Japanese. I mean, recently, even when I go to the tourist areas, like everyone speaks to me in English, like the Japanese people. I'm sure you'll be fine. Maybe learn some like basics before you come. Obviously, like arigatou gozaimasu, like to say thank you. A good one would be like kore onegai shimasu. Like if you point to something on the menu and you just say kore onegai shimasu, like they'll get it. It just means like, can I have this please? Obviously, hi, iie, yes and no. Yeah, so maybe just like learn some basics before coming. But I think you'll be fine. Like I'm sure you can get by just with English and kind of like pointing at things. Okay, this next question's actually really interesting. So someone asked, how similar or different is openly talking / showing interest in geeky stuff like games, anime in Japan compared to the West? Yeah, I love that question because that's actually really interesting to think about. So I don't know what it's like growing up now with TikTok and everything. I don't know, like it seems like anime is just like a common thing to like watch and talk about nowadays. But when I was growing up, it definitely wasn't. Like I think it was like me and 2 other people in my year at school who watched anime. And other than that, like I really just didn't like to talk about it to anyone because I didn't want them to think I was weird. Yeah, I was just like, oh, what's anime? What's that? I don't know. That's what it's like in the West, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know. But in Japan, it is completely different. Like it's not a nerdy thing at all. My sister-in-law has literally seen every single anime available on Netflix, which is a lot in Japan, by the way. And no one would think she's a nerd or like an otaku. Literally no one would think she's weird. Like every single person watches anime in Japan, and not even just young people. Like my husband's mum and auntie are obsessed with anime and like BL mangas. Like it's literally just like a normal thing here. How much validity is the whole foreigners living in Japan is very hard at first thing? At first, I really think it depends on if you have a support system or not. If you have like Japanese friends here or even like non-Japanese friends here, if you just have like a strong friendship group, I think you'll be fine because you'll always have people to talk to and you can like hang out with them and you won't feel like lonely or anything. If you don't know anyone, it might be a bit of a struggle. Like it is hard to like meet new people and make friends unless you're like properly actively going out to like social spaces like on your own and like starting conversations with people. So yeah, I'd probably also say it depends on what kind of a person you are. Like I'm a proper introvert. Yeah, it's really hard for me to make friends here, and it was at the start too. So it was quite hard for me, and I know it's hard for a lot of other people, but it really depends on what kind of person you are and if you have friends here already or not. And the next question is, when did you first get into anime? So like I said, I think Death Note was the first ever anime I watched, and it was actually my older sister who got me into anime. So she was probably watching anime for like a few years before I actually got into it, and yeah, she was just kind of like obsessed with anime, and she'd always say to me like, you need to start watching anime so we can watch it together and like talk about it together. I think she was like, okay, sit down and watch Death Note and just tell me what you think, like just give it a try. And literally like the first episode in, I was like what is this amazing creation? I was like hooked straight away. Yeah, I remember like I watched it all in probably like a couple of days, and then just like everything from there, Attack on Titan, everything, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I think I was probably 13 or 14. But having said that, me and my sister actually used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh when we were really young. So yeah, I guess I've always watched anime technically. And then the same person asked me, what's daily life like in Japan? So I feel like I've kind of answered that with what I've just said about living here and stuff. But honestly, I'd probably say it's kind of normal. Like when you've lived here a while, it just obviously becomes like normal life. And I remember before I actually moved here, like I was so excited to live here and I really wanted to move here. And I thought it'd be like this dream life if I lived here. But it's actually just normal. It's just like a normal country. It's obviously exciting like living here because it's different from where I've grown up, and it's obviously like really convenient and fun and stuff. But yeah, when you actually live here for a long time, it's just normal daily life, I'd say. So I think that's all the questions I'm going to be answering today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that little Q&A video. Thank you so much for 40,000 subscribers. Like what the hell? I'd love to get to 100,000. That's like my ultimate goal. So yeah, I'm going to keep bringing you guys along with me to anime locations or different places in Japan. And thank you so much for all your guys' lovely comments and like DMs and everything. Thank you so much. Leave me a comment telling me your top 5 animes ever. I really want to see what you guys say. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!